Let's get it. Let's get it. PBG shit. Fuck, nigga, meet this law. We come back for bodies this time. We not coming just to cap with it. And now we smoking dope and we back on march. Let's get it.
What's up, all in Media Squad? It's your boy Cookie back at you with another one. This is episode 3 of City of No Pity, the Chiraq Chronicles. Pbg Lil Shawn, aka the Bosworth Shotta. Let's get it. So you guys probably have heard of Lil Shawn from the Pooh Bear Gang, or better known as PBG, from the north side of Chicago. But let's take it back to KILLAWARD, where he was originally from before he went to the north side. Shawn Randall, aka Lil Shawn, grew up in the KILLAWARD section of Chicago, where he navigated through his childhood, and he had basically just a normal childhood that any other child living on a block would have, you know? They really don't see what's going on as much, or they're just so innocent that they really have no care in the world to have these types of worries. But as he gets older, he became affiliated with the GDs. Other knowns from KILLAWARD are big names such as King Von, who moved to O Block, and then we have another big name coming out of KILLAWARD, who is Boss CJ, which he was from 079 KILLAWARD. But after a little bit in KILLAWARD, Lil Shawn moved to the north side of Chicago, where he befriended a group of insane cutthroat gangsters, or IACGs, which is basically EBK, which is everybody killer. If anyone fucks with them, that's who they're against. And some other ops that he had on the north side was Loke City, the group that was on Howard Street that he liked to call the Cowards, and then anyone on Blake Block. Basically, anybody that came across him and his PBG and TFG homies. And his main homie was Young Pappy, who was a very famous rapper from the north side of Chicago. Stay tuned for an episode about him. And then we have pbgkemo, bangdahitta, pbg Lucci. And then we have Young Pappy's brothers, Tay-Sav and BU Double, who are also very close to Lil Shawn. As Lil Shawn was getting older, he was definitely gaining notoriety in the street as a ruthless killer, and he was basically someone that you didn't want to fuck with, and if you did, you better go get yourself a gun, because that's how he's playing. PBG and TFG's main turf is North Bosworth Avenue and West Pratt Boulevard, all the way over to Farwell. And in those main blocks over there is where Lil Shawn really made a name for himself. And just like a lot of these people coming up in the gang life and the street life in Chicago, or just not even Chicago, just all over the place, but I'm talking about Chicago, a lot of them are always going to catch a body or two. It comes with the territory, it just does. So we're going to do a little hit list like we usually do for all these guys, if they have one. If they don't, I will not do one. But these ones that I have done, they do have one, allegedly, so that's what I'm going to do. So like I said before, none of these are in any order whatsoever. They're just names that I've heard over and over and over that Lil Shawn had main involvement in, allegedly, in their demise, basically putting an end to their time on this earth. And number 1, we have Blake, and he was from Loke City, and basically they changed the name to Blake Block, and that is one of Lil Shawn's main ops when he was out and about. So basically Lil Shawn created Blake Block, if you will. Coming in at number 2, we have Von LaFleur, and he is out of KILLAWARD. Did Lil Shawn come across him when he was in KILLAWARD? I'm not sure. Lil Shawn's name kept ringing bells with this guy's murder, so he comes in at number 2 on Lil Shawn's hit list. Then this guy coming in at number 3, I have no picture of him because I cannot find him. His name, Al or Albert, I've heard this name at least 10, maybe 15 times from reputable sources. So I have to put it out there, but like I said, I cannot find a picture of him, but Lil Shawn allegedly has involvement in his passing. Now, like I said, I've heard many and many other names and rumors of who Lil Shawn has had alleged involvement in their demise, but these ones were the ones that I could trust that was valid info, so that's why I put him out there. And everything is alleged. Now, when you hear of PBG out of Chicago, you think of a lot of rap groups, not rap groups, drill artists. You think of Young Pappy, you think of Tay-Sav, BU Double, and then Lil Shawn, he tried to give it a go. This was even before pbg kemo really got into the rap. pbg kemo did not even start rapping until after Young Pappy's passing. Up until this point, pbg kemo and Lil Shawn were basically Young Pappy's shooters, if you will. And somehow Young Pappy was lured out and was spotted and shot twice in the back, I believe, where he succumbed to his gunshot wounds at the hospital later. After Young Pappy's passing, Lil Shawn, he basically went crazy, in my opinion. He was not the same Lil Shawn. He was always thinking about Young Pappy, like pissed that they took Young Pappy from him and that there was nothing he could do about it because he wasn't there with him. And if he was, I guarantee that Young Pappy might even still be here to this day. But if you look at his tweets, you can tell that his mindset was deteriorating by the day. You know, he just kept saying how much he misses Young Pappy and how much he wishes that he was still here. And that basically, if anyone says anything about him or anything along those lines, they're gonna fucking get it. And there's no beating about it. He's gonna kill you. I believe he said one time that he would beat someone so that they could feel the pain of how much they just got their ass beat. But other than that, I have never seen Lil Shawn say that he'll put hands on anyone. He is always the type to say, I will shoot you in your fucking face. And one fateful day in July 2015, Lil Shawn told himself that he had had enough of this and he was gonna go get back for Young Pappy. Now in the past, there's been rumors about Lil Shawn doing hits on his little BMX bike. I do not doubt that. He is a straight savage that will ride up on a bike and put you in the dirt. Which brings us to his final body, allegedly, which is Valen Francis. Now, rumors are that Valen Francis, aka V12, ran his mouth and was dissing Young Pappy after his death. And Lil Shawn did not take that too kindly. Basically, he left his house at 12 p.m. He was on GPS and he was on probation for another charge. So they know when he left and when he came back. He left at 12 p.m., went and allegedly rode his bike. He spotted Valen and his wife and his children outside. And as he rode by, Valen told his wife to take the kids inside. And he was on his way out to grab the child's bike. And allegedly Lil Shawn rode back up on his BMX bike and killed Valen Francis right in his front lawn. And then he came back home at 10 p.m. And like I said, the only reason why I know these times was because it was logged into his GPS, and you can find that stuff all over the internet. Do your own work, do your homework. The murder of Valen Francis shows the loyalty that Lil Shawn had for Young Pappy. It shows that he was not gonna let nobody diss his dead man, no matter what, even if it costed him his own life. You know, Pappy lost his life, so why shouldn't I? I'm just assuming that's what Lil Shawn was thinking at the time. He just wanted to have someone feel the same hurt that he was feeling at the time. And I guess allegedly Valen Francis, aka V12 of Loke City, was the one that pushed him over the edge. But along with Lil Shawn, PBG Spaz and Bangdahitta both allegedly killed people because of them dissing Young Pappy. So there is 3 people that are so loyal to Young Pappy and that were so fucked up over his death that they had to take a life for him. Now I know that's completely wrong, and like I said, there's no reason to murder somebody, but sometimes emotion gets the best of people and they still do it. But it shows how loyal these guys were for each other and how much they would do for another. They would even risk their own lives for one another, which they did. Now, if these younger groups of people that are in these street gangs, allegedly, if they took all that energy that they put into the street life, put it into something positive, they would be unstoppable. A group of young, intelligent men putting their brains together for the common good, you just don't see that shit nowadays. And I guarantee if there is a huge group of people doing that, it would create waves. RANDALL, aka Lil Shawn, was sentenced to 55 years in prison for the murder of Valen Francis that he allegedly did on a BMX bike while he was on GPS for probation. Now, there might have been a plea deal of some sort or just a reduction of time, because I read somewhere that Lil Shawn received 45 years instead of the 55 years like later down the road. Well, if you guys know anything about that, please let me know in the comments. I'm real curious as to what you guys say. You may ask yourself what we can take from Lil Shawn's experience in watching Lil Shawn crash out. We can take from him is always try to think things through and do not go on your first instinct, because your first instinct might put you in prison for the long haul. And how we're gonna close it out this time is a little word from none other than the Bosworth Shotta himself, Lil Shawn. And as always, it's your boy Cookie with All In Media. It's all in or nothing. Ow.
Just me and my bicycle. My bike. Just me and my bike. Just me and my